one of the deciding votes for Justice Kavanaugh, who will now be seated on the Supreme Court, was Democrat Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Well, now, wait a minute. Joe Manchin basically broke with his entire party and said, I'm a yes on Kavanaugh. Despite, of course, Kavanaugh's extensive record of voting very, very pro-corporate. In fact, sided with against the public in 83% of the cases involving corporations. So he's very, very pro-corporate. He's very pro-money in politics, pro, surveillance state, all that stuff that is anti-freedom. Joe Manchin says, great, I'm in it. So now Joe Manchin got a whole bunch of blowback from, of course, Democrats. Not the establishment Democrats. They won't speak against him. They won't refuse to fundraise for him. But actually progressives and a lot of the progressive base and a lot of liberals. Like, what the hell, Joe Manchin? What are you doing? Well, Joe must have gotten something out of this, right? I mean, look, maybe he was trying to ingratiate himself with Donald Trump. You could say he was playing politics and cozying up to Trump to try to save his election, which is actually, he's having a very close election with his opponent. The polls, some polls have shown him very, very close with Patrick Morrisey. So, what did he get in return? What did Joe Manchin get in return for betraying the Democrats? Well, he got this tweet from Donald Trump Jr. Quote, a real profile and courage from lying liberal Joe Manchin. Waited until Kavanaugh had enough votes secured before he announced his support. I bet he had another press release ready to go if Collins went the other way. Wait. So he votes to confirm Trump's pick, and Trump Jr. says, lying liberal, Joe Manchin. I mean, I bet he would have voted the other way. He still voted with us, but he voted the other way. What a dick. What a jerk. Vote for the Republican. What have we been saying? Vote with Republicans, and you're going to get slapped in the face anyway. You're not going to get anything in return. You're going to get nothing. You're going to get shivved in the back, Joe. That's exactly what happened. It happened this time. It's going to happen the next time. It happens every time. This is what happens when you reach out to Republicans. This is what happens when you try to be bipartisan. You're not going to get Republican votes, Joe. You understand, they hate Democrats. They hate liberals. Now, I'm not saying Joe Manchin is liberal. Far from it. Joe Manchin is basically a Republican on almost everything except for a couple of social issues. Economically, he's with the Republicans. For the most part. Climate change. He's with the Republicans. He's with the coal barons. He is basically a Republican. And of course, what's worse, what's more sad is he is bragging about screwing progressives over. In fact, he said, he told the State Journal, quote, I voted almost 70% of the time with President Trump. I've been deferential to the president. I voted for most of his appointments, even the controversial ones, as long as they were qualified. So here he's saying, no, I'm proud of voting 70% with Republicans. You're a Democrat, Joe. The thing that frustrates me the most is that centrist Democrats look at Joe Manchin like, ooh, Joe Manchin, he's so bipartisan. Look at, he's voting with the Republicans more than his own party. He might as well just caucus with the Republicans. And you're proud of that? You're proud of that? When Manchin votes to confirm Kavanaugh and gets slapped in the face anyway. Thanks a lot, Joe, for your vote. Now piss off. That's what they're saying to him. God, they're not going to vote for you, Joe. If you think that this is going to get Republican voters to turn out for you over Patrick Morrisey, you got another thing coming, man. Why vote for a conservative Democrat who's going to vote for you or vote with you on 70% of the issues when you could get a deeply conservative Republican who will vote for you 100% of the time on all the issues. That doesn't make any sense. That's why Democrats lose, man. They lose because of people like Joe Manchin. We got to stop this. We got to stop this madness. Why are we being cordial with a party that wants nothing more than our destruction? Why are Democrats reaching across the aisle just to get themselves slapped in the face? Is it because they like it? They must. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the Democratic Party is into some sort of weird BDSM. I don't know. Where they always reach out. They're never strong. They're never tough. They always give cover to Republican light senators like Manchin. That's what they're doing here. They continue to do that. Look, if you tell me that, come on, Jeff, you got to stop criticizing Joe Manchin. At least he's a Democrat, right? I mean, at least he votes 30% with the Democrats. You could have somebody who votes 100%. You're part of the problem. Now, I'm not saying vote for Republicans. That's ridiculous. That's like lighting yourself on fire. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. What I am saying, primaries. I know primary season is over, right? West Virginia, you missed your shot to elect an amazing progressive. Balajean Swearingen would have been awesome. But it's not as if she's never going to run again. In fact, if you missed her the first time, guess what? She is running again. Now, she's got until 2024 to actually get her message out, to put together a campaign that is going to take on Joe Manchin. Assuming, of course, he survives this challenge. But what I'm saying is, vote blue no matter who isn't going to matter anymore. It is not the strategy we should be using. We should be voting for people in primaries that reflect our values. Joe Manchin obviously does not. And as far as how we should deal with the Republicans, we should stop playing nicey nice and we should start playing hardball. I said that before. They're going to be vicious. We should be vicious back. Oh, come on. But decorum, Jeff, decorum. What the hell has decorum gotten us these days? It's gotten us Judge Kavanaugh. It's gotten us, I don't know, the loss of every single lever of power in the entire United States. The Supreme Court, the presidency, Congress, all the state houses. Most of the state houses across the country are controlled by Republicans. What has being nice gotten us? No, Republicans are vicious. But not only that, but they actually had a game plan. They started from the bottom. They started taking over the state legislatures. They started pushing their message. They were vicious to the Democrats. And they continued to be so. And that's how they got into power. Well, we need to do the same thing. We actually need to fight. Fight for progressive values. Stop playing nice. Burn down the norms. Burn down the rules. And fight. Because if we don't, we're going to keep getting walked on. Just like we have been over the last, 20 years. Let's be strong. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.